Okay, friends, welcome everybody. So you can stay. Yeah, so I'll just say a little bit, I'll talk a little bit before we begin. My plan for today, we'll spend a fair amount of time, maybe more time than usual on your back because we'll be working through the core in different ways. And some of the core stuff will be traditional, abdominal stuff you've probably done before. And then some of it might be a little different. I'll be having us move the limbs out of the center line, and that creates a little bit of instability. So the core has to kick on a little bit to create stability. So that's my intent in doing that. And if you guys have any questions or anything you want to say about it, now's a good time.
Oh, we can still talk.
No, yeah. You can talk. You can talk. It will be posted on YouTube, so they'll hear your voice later.
Yeah, no, it's just referring to the core work and my inability to talk.
Oh, during core, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also for props, if you have a strap, grab it. If you have blocks, have them. If you don't have them, just go without. So we'll begin laying down. And for the moment, you can be any way that's comfortable with the arms and the legs. And just take a little check-in with yourself. Notice how it feels to be you. And let's check in with the breath too. So take the next few breath cycles. See if you can trace the pathway that the breath takes. Comes in through the nose and back out. Let's just follow your own breath for the next 2 cycles. And just very gently let your head start to turn from side to side. And then let the head settle here. And if your legs are straight, let's bend up the knees so the feet are on the floor. And first we'll start with a little bit of a pelvic tilt and tuck while creating some work through the abdominals. So as you inhale, make a little arch in the back, like you could slide a few fingers or a hand under there. And then as you exhale, tilt the other direction. But as you do that, see if you can let the belly come into the hollow state. So it drops down. And on the inhale, the belly will relax, the pelvis tilt forward. And slow exhale as you tilt the other direction. It's very much like a small cat-cow action here. And for the moment, see if you can have more focus on your exhales. Maybe allow them to slow down. And maybe have a little bit of a pause on the empty breath at the end of the exhale. So keep doing that a couple of times. I'm going to just do something with this sound for a second. And then just gradually let the movement start to settle and see if you can land your pelvis in what feels like neutral. So not all the way tilted one direction or another. And then we'll breathe in. On the exhale, can you create that same idea of the hollow belly without moving the pelvis? And it will feel different. And then on the inhale, you'll let that go. So do that a few more times. So just keeping natural position through the spine and the pelvis, neutral position. And then let's pause here. Lift one leg up and then the other so you're in a tabletop position. Exactly. Arms can be wherever you want, out to the side, in front of the chest, or up by your head. And then for this position here, let's take just the right leg, keep the knee bent, and let the leg start to go to the right. And it likely won't go that far before you start to tilt to fall over to the side. And then come back to center. Let's do 2 more times on the right side, just nice and slow, without letting the pelvis rock with the leg. And 1 more. Great. And then we'll go to the left side. So left.
Pointed or flat?
Your choice here. For me, it just naturally wants to point. You might notice for me, my left side, I could go a lot further on the left side without falling over than I can on the right. And then the next time you come back to center, let's just take a little break for a sec. Bring the knees in, move around a little bit. And then we'll return to our tabletop position here. Arms, again, anything you want, or maybe try something different with the arms. And on the right leg, let's do 3 of these, a forward with a straight leg, and then back into center. Just do 2 more on the same side. Try to keep your pelvis and your lower back in the neutral place without letting them tilt or rock. And then we're going to change the pattern a little bit. Let's stretch the right leg out straight. Bend the knee, take the leg out now to the side, and then come back to center. So it's drawing a circle to the side. So straight, bend the knee out to the right side, in and center. And just take 1 more here, more on the right side. Yeah, great. And we'll go straight to the left. So let's take left leg forward and back in. And do a few more of those. And then let's pause here. Next time the leg goes forward, you'll bend the knee out to the left side, bring it back in the center, and do 2 more with this sort of circular pattern. Great. All right, and then take a little break. No big deal, huh? Move around, maybe make a little circle, just whatever feels good. And then let's come back into the tabletop, but let the feet relax so the feet aren't all the way up there. And then place your hands on the thighs close to the knees. Breathe in. On the exhale, press hands and legs into each other. Keep your pelvis neutral, but let the lower ribs start to move down. And then on the inhale, you'll back off. So do that a few times, nice and slow. Exhale, all the air goes out, the ribs drop down. Great. And then let's pause. Pick up your head and hold with the right hand. And then take the left hand to the right leg. It'll cross over. Keep a little pressure between right leg and left hand. Now on the left side, go straight forward with the leg and then pull it back in, bend knee. Do that a few times, just back and forth, keeping the head held and the pressure on the right side, the right leg. And then we're going to make a different kind of circle. Let's stretch the leg out straight and then lift it up and bend. And do that a few times. So now it's a straight forward circle. And then reverse the direction. So it'll go down with a straight leg and then bend and come in. Yeah, the whole time keeping that little bit of pressure on the other side. Great. And then let's relax, take a little break, move around, move the hands, move the legs. Okay, you guys are mighty quiet. Usually there's a lot more complaining. Let's do the second side. So the left hand will hold the head, right hand to left leg, find a little pressure there, and then the right leg just goes back and forth, bend and straight. All my joints are so creaky today. All right, let's pause with the leg out straight and then lift it up, bend the knee, and then come out straight again. take a couple more of this. That's it. And then we're going to change the direction. So go down straight, bend to come in. All right. And then relax. Yeah, just do whatever you want for a second. Now, if all of that felt very challenging for you, or if you've got any kind of neck stuff going on, you might repeat the staying down idea. If you want more challenge here, you'll take the 2 blocks, or if you don't have blocks, you could use even a pillow or a little stack of blankets, and you'll come way down on your situation, and we're going to hold the head here with your hand the whole time. So the head is held, and then the legs will come up into our tabletop position. So already creating a little bit of instability, which means you might feel it a little bit more. Okay, are you ready to go? Let's go. So from here, just the right leg, let's take it a little bit to the side, and you'll go less than you did when you were down. Yeah, and then center. And do 2 more on the right. It's horrible, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and then, take a break if you need it. I know, since we're up here coming down, you can keep the head held, but go down if you need to. And we're coming right back up again, tabletop position. And then the left knee, let's do 3 out to the side and back to center. Nice. And then just pause, take a little break if you need it. If you don't need it, stay up there. Okay, and then here we go again, up to tabletop. Right leg, let's do 3, forward and back, forward and in. Yep, and now let's do the side circle. So go forward, bend the knee out to the side and back to center. Do 3 all together. It doesn't have to be that circular. And then take a break if you need it, or stay. You guys are staying. Okay, left side 3, forward and back.
The air conditioning working?
It's on, yeah. And then forward, then the knee out to the side and in. And 2 more just like that. It's horrible, I know. Okay, and then we're done on the blocks. Yeah, gently, come off. Don't just fall.
Nice.
Yeah. And then take a second to do anything you want. It might feel good just to, I'm doing windshield wipers just to stretch out a little bit. You can move the arms. We are going to do another thing on your back, so be prepared. Okay, yogis. All right, now, if you have a strap, you'll use the strap. If you don't have a strap, you'll just hold behind the thighs and reach the legs up. So if you have a strap, that will go around your 2 feet, feet up to the sky. And this first part will be more of a leg stretch, less of an abdominal, but don't worry, it's coming. All right.
I was very worried.
Okay, I thought so. And then let's bend the knees slightly. And notice here the pelvis will tuck under a little bit. Let that happen. But then when you start to straighten out the legs, can you tilt the sitting bones towards the floor and the heels towards the ceiling? So you get a nice even pull through the whole back line. And then do that a few times. The knees bend, let the pelvis tuck under. And then reach the sitting bones to the floor, the heels to the ceiling as you stretch out. Do just a few more of those. Great. All right. And then let's pause here. If you have the strap, or even if you don't, actually, let's bend the knees and then bring the legs down, not on the floor, but keep holding the strap, one hand on each side. Yeah. And then come up a little bit in the shoulders and walk the hands further down the strap. Give the strap a pull and then lift up slightly. And if you don't have a strap, you could go on the elbows and just lift up a little bit. And then let's lift the legs a little bit too. Yeah. Now for this one, let the back round. So you're very close to the floor. And then you'll do kind of a little rock, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah. If you don't have a strap, just do something else for a second. James. And then to get out of this, let's come all the way to your back, bend the knees. Oh yeah, get rid of the strap. And just move around again, anything that feels good. Okay, guys. Now, to get out of this, we will turn over, come into all fours position, and just stay there. Make sure your blocks are out of the way because you want some space beside you here. And then when you get to your all fours position, just for a moment, take any kind of movement. Anything you want, side to side, circles, cat-cows. I'm already like sweating a lot.
Oh,
Yeah, I do too. Okay, good. All right.
Cursing myself for not wearing my technical fabric.
Oh no, it makes a difference, doesn't it? All right, guys, and then let's go back to child's pose just for a second. Yeah, give the mat a little push forward with your hands and move the hips back. You can take a little side to side if that feels good. Okay, and then from here, let's come forward and down onto your belly. And we're going to roll over to one side. If you're on Zoom, just pick whatever side you can see me. If you're in the studio, let's roll over so you're on the left side. And so the right side is up, left side is down. Just bend the elbow to prop up the head, but we don't want the head to be really high here, just held. And you'll take the right arm upon the right leg. Now let's take the right leg back and the right arm forward. The chest will come a little forward. And then you'll take the leg forward and the arm back and the chest will go a little back. Do that a few times. So it's kind of like you're running or something, but you're laying down on your side. And yes, the torso will rock here and that's good. That's what we want. You're getting a twist through the midsection, which is engaging the oblique muscles. Just take a few more like this. And then we'll pause with the arm on the leg, just relax. Now lift both legs a little bit off the floor and we'll just hold that for a second. Yeah, try not to roll all the way over. Okay, and then put the legs down, put the hand in front of you for balance, and then we'll roll through the belly and switch sides. And I'm gonna stay on this side so you guys will see the back view. And just hold the head here. And then the top arm and top leg will move in opposition. And the torso will start to twist. And for this one, yes, indeed, you will rock. Don't try to prevent that from happening. All right, and then we'll come back to center. Rest the arm on the leg. Let both legs hover, and they won't go too high. Okie dokie, we're going to change back to side one again. So same starting position, just be sure the head is held. And now if the straight arm, if that was feeling pretty challenging, keep that one. If you want a little harder, you can hold the head with the arm so that so it looks like kind of the sit-up position. Yeah, and then, no, but you're still resting on the bottom arm. Okay. Yeah, and then the top leg goes forward, the right elbow goes back, or the top elbow goes back. And then the top leg goes back and you kind of turn towards the floor. Do that a few times and that'll just engage the obliques a little bit more than it did with the straight arm version. Yeah. See, James, we're not even messing with your toe.
Yeah, thanks.
Just your balance.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's pause. We'll just go straight to side two here. So roll over onto your second side. And just be sure the head is supported and either take the straight arm or the held position. And then leg goes forward, elbow goes back. And then we switch. I think this one's kind of fun. Anybody else? No.
Never had so much fun.
Yeah.
It's more
I
fun
know.
than the other things we did.
It's fun, isn't it? It's more fun than the previous ones. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, and then enough is enough. Let's come back to the belly. Just make a little pillow for your head. Bend the knees and give the legs a little swish from side to side. Okay, and then we'll put the legs down. Let's press back, go through child's pose with the toes tucked under, but keep the arms forward. Stay a little bit up so you don't go all the way back. And let's make this a really active position. So make sure that there's space between your fingers. Lift the knees off the floor and try to press the mat forward as you send the hips back, creating a nice long torso. And slowly, slowly the legs will start to go your version of straight. Yeah. So first down dog of the class. Let's add in a little movement. You can pedal the legs, bending and straightening the knees, alternate sides here. And then a little similar action to what we were just doing. Let the hips and the torso start to take a little twist as the legs are pedaling. Yeah, and then keep doing that and just very gradually start to walk the feet forward, coming towards the hands, and eventually the hands will have to come up a little bit. And once you get to the front of the mat, you'll root down through the legs, inhale, all the way up we come, lift the arms. And release. Oh, yogis, we're standing. Let's celebrate with a little hula hoop asana. Yes, and then go the other direction.
Have you tried those weighted hula hoops?
Yeah, they're great. They're really thick, giant ones.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so great. You go really slow. Oh, they're
Yeah.
ooey gooey. I love them. Yeah. Awesome. All right, let's come back to the front of the mat here. Root down through your legs. Inhale up with the arms. Exhale, down we go, forward fold. Halfway up we come, lengthen. Down we go, forward fold, bend the knees. Press into the feet. Inhale, all the way up we come again, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen. And then let's go down into plank here, and we're going to do a funny version. So just normal plank at first. And then from the normal plank, start to walk the feet back, and the shoulders will come back too. Now don't go so far back that you feel like you're going to slip and fall, but yeah, a little bit. And this just engages the core in a different way when the arms are here. Yeah, it's really hard to kind of dump into the low back here, so that's why we're doing it. And then come a little bit forward just to get out of this. Let's put the knees down first, come all the way down to the belly. And then take the hands back with the backs of the hands on the floor. Bend your fingers, just making a loose fist, and press the back of the wrist to the floor. The knuckles come up to the ceiling. Just a little forearm wrist stretch. And then lengthen the fingers long, give them a little wiggle. Do that a few times to make a fist and curl. And then undo, a little wiggle. And one more time. Yeah, great. All right, pause here. Lift the front of the shoulders away from the floor so the shoulder blades pull onto the back, and then lift the arms and the legs. So a small-ish Shalabhasana variation. Let's take the hands just under the shoulders. Press yourself back into downward facing dog. And then from down dog, we'll shift forward into plank and lower just the right knee down to the floor. Yeah, stay there, give the left heel a little push back and forth, half stretch. And as we do the next position, try to keep the spine in neutral without rounding the back. Take the right knee just a smidge forward. Now for this one, you'll press into the top of the foot, the right toenails, and James, skip it if it's no good. Let's breathe in. On the exhale, hover the right knee, but keep the foot pressing down into the floor. And then on the inhale, you'll come down. So do that a few more times. The lift and the work comes on the exhales for these. Yeah. Great. And then let's take just one more time, hold it, do round the back for this one, and let the foot hover and try to bring the knee and the nose closer together. Great. And then go back to down dog. We'll do the other side later. Take a little pedal with the legs. Yeah. And then we'll come to the front of the mat. Any way you want to get there is good. Root down to rise up. Inhale the arms. So circle out the wrists as you bring the arms down. And then while we're standing, take the stance a little bit wider, bend the knees a little bit, and take a slither, standing slither asana. Because it feels good, doesn't it? Okay, guys, let's head to the front and we'll go again. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, we're down, forward fold. Come up halfway, we lengthen. And then let's go just straight back into normal plank pose. Once you're there, lower the left knee down to the floor. Give the right heel a little push back and forth a couple of rounds. And then pause. Scooch the left knee just a smidge forward without rounding the back. Breathe in. Exhale, press into the left foot, hover the left knee. Spine stays neutral. Inhale to release. Do that a few more times. The lift happens on the exhale. Great. Now on this next one, once you're up there, go ahead and do round the back and let the foot lift up off the floor. Try to bring the knee and the head closer together. And then we'll go straight into our downward facing dog. From your down dog, come to the front of the mat, feet forward. Root down through the legs. Inhale, all the way up we come. And again, maybe some little wrist circles as you bring the arms down. This, you might like this wrist stretch actually. Let's interlace the fingers in front of you. Keep the knuckles outward. And then one wrist will go forward and the other one pulls towards you. Yeah. And then switch. Yeah, do a couple of those. You could do it sitting, you could do it driving, like green eggs in hand. Stretch. All right, and then shake it out. Okay, friends, for our next little thing, you might want blocks at the front. Let's set them up if you've got them. And then from the top of the mat here, let's stand with the feet just a little bit apart. Bend both knees, bring the hips back. Take hands to prayer for an Utkatasana, chair pose. And then just a weight shift here between the two legs. And specifically here, when you go to one side, press down a little more through the heel on that side. And that should travel all the way up through the hamstrings and the glutes. And press into the heel. Good. Let's stay shifted over to the left. Keep the knee bent. And just go lift the right foot a little bit. You're going in super slow-mo. Can you reach the right leg back, toes tucked under, or James, if you need to put the heel down, that's fine. And then we'll send the arms up, straighten out the front leg. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, both elbows. Yeah, do that a few times. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Stay in the down position here. Zip up through the low belly and then slowly, slowly start to straighten just the back leg. Let's reach the arms up, but keep the front knee bent. Yeah, you might tremble a little bit. I am. Let's inhale. On the exhale, shift forward. You can keep the arms straight ahead or bring them back if it's too much. Press a little more into the left heel. And then to get out of this, we'll bring the arms down, hands on the floor or on the blocks. Take a few rounds now to bend and straighten the left leg, this time more for a hamstring stretch. Great, let's pause with the knee bent. Take a twist to the left any way you want to go. Hand to the hip, arm up, overhead, whatever feels good. And then to get out, let's release the arms, move the blocks. Your choice here, you could go plank through vinyasa to down dog. You could hold plank, you could hold dog. You could make up something new. Great. All right, guys. And then from here, let's head to the front of the mat and prepare for our side two. Root down to rise up, inhale. And then exhale, hands to prayer, knees bent. Sit the hips back here for a Utkatasana. And then let's do our shift side to side again. Pressing into the heel on whatever side you're going to. Yeah, that's it. And next time you shift over to the right, we'll stay. Stay low. Can you lift the left leg? And without wobbling around, slowly, slowly Left leg steps back for lunge. And then arms come up, front leg goes straight. Inhale. Exhale, bend both knees, cactus the arms. Inhale, up we come. Take a couple more just like that. Yes, me too. And then I lost count. Let's stay on the next one. Stay in the down position for a second. Keep the lower part of the belly engaged. Slowly stretch the back leg straighter. Slowly reach the arms up. That's it. Now from here, we'll inhale. On the exhale, chest forward. Arms can stay forward or they can pull back. I'll just show what that looks like. Press into the right leg heel. Yeah. All right, guys, down we come. Release the arms, maybe on the blocks. Take a few rounds to bend and straighten the right leg. Let's pause with the knee bent and lengthen the spine. We'll turn to the right for your twist. Hand the hip up to the sky, overhead. Any version is fine. Yeah, good, good. And then release the arm. Let's move the blocks. Go back to downward facing dog. From your down dog, walk the hands a little wider apart. They might even go off the mat or partially off the mat. Let's come forward to plank with this slightly wider arm position. Yeah. And that, again, just engages muscles in a different way when our arms are here. Great. So let's come knees down first and then down to the belly. And first we'll set up sort of Sphinx-like position. So that let's, for the elbows, have them a little ahead of the shoulders for this one. Palms could be down or you could stack the hands, whatever's comfortable. And then at first, let yourself slump down for a second. Yeah, feels good to do that for a moment. You don't want to stay like this. Then you'll press into the floor with the arms. Try to pull arms to the chest and the chest to the arms as you start to lift out of the position. Great. And then let yourself slowly come back down. And we'll do these nice and slow. So the forearms pull back, the chest pulls forward, up we come. And then down we go. Now some of you will keep doing that. Let's come into the up position. Some of you will add in just this little part. Can you lift the lowest part of the belly away from the floor? Don't do the low belly. Great. And then relax. Let's do it again. Pull the arms back, pull the chest forward, up we come. And then find that engagement through the belly. Now, if you're coming into the next one here, let's slide the elbows a little bit back so they're just directly under the shoulders here. Arms, hands still can be any way you like. And then if you're coming with me still, on the next exhale, lift the pelvis. You're on the knees. Yeah. Now, if you've done the lift, instead of pulling forearms back, try to actually push them a little bit forward. That'll help keep the belly engaged. And then whatever you've done will come down. Take a second. Yeah. I think it's harder on the knees than straight legs in a way. All right, so we'll start from scratch. Let yourself slump down for a second. Press into the floor, forearms pull back, chest pulls forward. Lift up, tone through the belly, and then only if you want to do it, you'll lift the pelvis coming onto the knees. Give the forearms a little push forward if you've done that. Now, if you still want to add on, you can tuck the toes under and lift the knees, go for a straight leg position. If that's not working out, just stick with what is working. Yeah. Okay, and then whatever it is will be done. Come on down. I know. That's right. Wiggle a little bit. Wiggle. Yeah, you guys. Okay. The court. It was an anonymous request. I won't name names. Kind of funny though. She didn't actually show up.
She knew what she was getting into.
Maybe she'll watch the replay later. Let's go to down dog. Well, you know it's a she. All right, yogis. That's it. Then to get out of this, let's come to stand. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, release the arms. Yeah, next time she has a request, I'll say no. Just do a little in and out rotation for a second. Yeah. All right, so we'll shift gears a little bit, but you'll see something, it'll be a little familiar to one of the ones you've done already. We'll be balancing on one leg with kind of a leg swing. It can absolutely be done just on the floor, but I find it works a little better if you can stand on something, like a block or a something, just to create a little bit of height. And let's have the left leg be the down leg, the right leg the up leg. These blocks are soft. And then at first, let the legs start to swing diagonal and let the arms go in opposition of the leg. Yeah, we'll just do this for a little bit. See, we did it laying on your side, remember? Now, very gradually, don't do it all at once really hard, just little bits. Let the rib cage start to move as well.
I was doing that all by
It probably was, but maybe let it go a little bit more. So it's more of a twist action. Yes. But gradually, I said, don't do it. Yeah. Okay. And then also gradually, let the movement start to settle, but stay up there on your block if you're on it. And then pay attention to the standing leg. Press the foot firmly down. Let the outer hip hug in. And then if you'd like to, you can bend the right knee. Hands maybe come to prayer. Maybe they go straight up like an arrow. Are you breathing though? Okay, really, all the way down. Okay, friends, well done. Now, if you're on really soft blocks, flip it over so you have a good starting position. And we'll go again. So now the right leg is up. The left leg, just start the swing and let the arms just swing naturally in opposition. You could sing zippity-doo-dah. This is like a very jolly sort of movement. And then gradually let the ribs start to move more. Yeah. Keep looking at something like a speck on the floor a little bit in front of you. Try to keep your vision on one thing. I said that and then I stopped. Yeah. Alrighty, folks, very gradually let it start to settle. And then on the standing leg, press down into your prop, hug the outer hip in. Maybe the left knee lifts, hands could be in prayer, or you could send them straight up. Okay, friends, release. Yes. Well done. Well done. Move the block out of the way. Okay, let's take a little hula hoop just to celebrate that being over. And then go the other direction. Okay, so we'll do one more fun plank variation. I think, James, you did this with me the other day, the twist with the elbow.
Refresh my memory.
Oh, I shall. So let's be at the front of the mat. Root down to rise up, inhale. Exhale, down we go, forward folds. Come up halfway, lengthen. And then let's go back into plank pose, just normal plank pose. Once you're there, bring the feet a little bit more apart than you normally would go. And don't move the hands. Let the heels go to the left. You could do a smidge or all the way heels to the floor. Yeah, great. Now, if this is enough, stay put. If you want more, pick up the right hand and touch the hand to the left shoulder. Yes. Now, if you still want more, bring the right elbow tip to the left elbow crease. What? Just in that direction. It doesn't have to touch. If you still want more, press firmly into the right foot and hover the left foot. Left foot.
Weird game of twister.
Yeah. But do you feel the oblique on the left side? Good. Come
How
out.
can you talk?
Come out. Rest. I can't. Just rest. Child's pose. I learned that from Christina Sell. That's her name. You can thank her for it. Yeah. Can we do the other side?
No.
Yeah, okay, I thought so. Let's come back to normal plank.
I tried, James.
you guys can get off the bus at any station here. Feet go a little apart. Heels drop to the right, either a little bit or all the way to the floor. This is a great place to stay. You're probably already feeling it in the right side. If you want more, pick up left hand and tap the right shoulder. Just hold on to it. And then if you still want more, bring the left elbow tip towards the right elbow crease. It won't get all the way, just that direction. And now if you're still going, press firmly into the left foot. Hover the right one. Whoa. Oh no. And down. Child's pose. Oh, you guys. But it was exciting, wasn't it?
We didn't do this last time.
We didn't?
No. I would have remembered that.
Maybe you
Oh,
blocked
you
it
know
from
what?
your memory.
It was on Saturday. You weren't
Oh,
here. That's
right.
why. Yeah, let's just wiggle the fingers a little bit. Shift the hips a little bit. Take a load off. Okay, let's come up to sit. Swing the legs are down. Start in Dandasana. Legs forward. Yeah. Okay. And then just prop up onto the fingertips for a second. As you're doing that, use the floor as support to lengthen through the spine. We don't want to be tilted. We don't want to be rounded here. If that's happening, slide something under the hip so you can elevate the pelvis. Yeah. And then if you can, lift the arms without dropping. Do that. So here's how it would look if you drop back. See if you can be here. And if not, just keep the hands to the floor. If you're up, pretend somebody's pulling on your fingertips just to help you lift a little bit more. Zip up through all around the core. Think of all sides narrowing in and just 2 inches hinge back. And then come back to center. Take the arms forward and now round the back, go about halfway down to the floor and hold. Yeah. Right. And then come back again, forward, up. So they're really tall. That's it. And then, hinge back, forgot that part. And then come up again, arms forward, round back about halfway down to the floor. For this one, the pelvis tucks under. If you're still with me, lift the right leg and take both arms to the right, kind of zombie style. Yeah. And then down, lift up, left leg, go both arms to the left. So you can like, and then back to center. One more right side, go to the right, and now bend the elbows wide, pull the hands towards you. Yeah, that makes it so hard. And then undo, back to center, left leg up, go left, bend the elbows wide, hands hip towards you. This is it. This is it for you. Back to center, done. Oh, you
Oh,
guys.
that's so hard.
It's so hard, isn't it? Yeah,
Good.
but it's good for you. All those cookies we've been eating and stuff. So maybe just me, All right, just me.
I resemble that remark.
All right, so how about this? Let's come lay down. Yeah, lay down.
I was already there.
You were already there. All right. And then take your feet kind of wide on the mat. Arms, let's have the arms also kind of wide. And then just let the knees drop one side and the other side. At first, just be completely lazy with this. Let's pause next time the knees drop right. Bring the arms up by your head. Grab a hold of the left forearm and just draw straight back. And without really moving a lot, think of reaching the left knee towards the front of the mat. Let the pelvis tuck under a little bit. And just feel that nice pull on the front of the left hip, maybe the side body a little bit too. And then we'll undo. Both knees drop, side 2, which is the left. And then you'll pull the right arm straight back. Reach the right knee towards the front of the mat. Let the pelvis tuck under a little bit. And just be here. Ah. Okay. And then undo, come back to center. Let's now take The right, bring your feet so they're not quite so wide. Right ankle over the left thigh for figure 4, but keep the left foot on the floor. Yeah. And now drop both legs towards the left, and you might go all the way down, you might just go part of the way down. Yeah. We'll stay here. Some of you will stay put, some of you will slide the left knee, that's the bottom knee, up a little bit more headward, which could give you more of a stretch on the right side. Some folks though find that pinches in the hip, so don't do it if it pinches. Yeah. And now this one, I think it's called, somebody called it the cat chasing its tail. So if you want to try it, keep the right leg in place, and if you can, take the left hand to the right foot or ankle. Now, maybe that's it. Maybe the left foot, that's the bottom one, starts kind of scooching towards the center line of the mat. And then if your arm is long enough, you could reach right hand to the left foot, and the left hand is on the right foot. Cat chasing its tail. Awesome. James, you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything breaking or popping over there?
Yeah, we don't want anything to snap. All right, guys, let's release the grip, but keep kind of the figure 4 shape. Come back up to center onto your back, and now we'll do just the regular version. Pick up the left leg, hold on any way you like, and maybe make a little movement here. Side to side. Cat cow. Maybe just holding still is plenty. All right. I'm going to go to side 2, but I'll change the order here. So let's have the left one crossed over and go straight into just the pulling the leg in towards you. Oh, this side's tighter. Anybody else? Yeah, any kind of extra movement, feel free. And then we're going to keep the foot up there, put the right foot down on the floor. Drop both legs over to the right. So you might just go a little bit, you might go all the way. If you want to scooch the right knee more towards your head, that's an option. And at first, just be here. Maybe the cat chases its tail, right hand to left foot, and then scooch the right leg more towards the center of the mat, and maybe you can find it with the left hand. Okay, undo your grip, however you've gripped, and then let's come back to center. Just normal. Yeah, great. Okay, so for this one should hopefully feel really great. Let's stretch the legs out long and wide, about as wide or wider than the mat. Take the arms out wide, just out from the shoulders, and turn your head over towards the right, so you're looking at the right hand. Now you'll bend the joints here, slowly peel the arm one piece at a time off the floor. The arm reaches over the chest, and now the right arm reaches over to the left side, and the whole body starts to roll towards the left, but the right big toe maintains contact. And then pretend somebody's pulling the right big toe towards the foot end of your mat, so much so that now the hip comes down, the shoulder comes back down, and the arm. And then turn your head to look left. Same thing. Start to peel up one joint at a time. Reaching the arm over the chest, over the other arm, and the big toe stays on the floor. Yeah, the left leg stays back. You're in that crisscross. And then pull down through the big toe, hip to the floor, back, shoulder, arm, elbow. Okay. Let's do one more on each side. You go at your own pace, but I'll keep talking if you get lost. The right arm peels up and reaches over. And you roll almost onto the left side, but not quite. And then the big toe pulls down, hip to the floor, shoulder to the floor, back to start. Oh. And then the other side, start to peel up one piece at a time, reaching over. And then pull down through the big toe. And that's my favorite part, down through the big toe. And then we go back to start. Oh. From here, just lazily slide the left leg towards towards the right leg. And then take the arms up by your head and slide the left hand towards the right hand. So you're in a big side bend on your body. Now don't go so far that the pelvis starts to lift up on the left side. So if that's happening, back off a little bit. And then we'll undo, slide the left leg left, left arm left, and then the right side slides to the low, the side's tighter. Over we go there. Now, if you're anything like me and one side is significantly tighter than the other, at home you could either spend a little extra time on the tighter side, or do the tight side first, then the other side, and then repeat the tight side again. Right, and then we'll come back to center. Let the arms just relax kind of down beside you. The legs will be straight, and press the back of the heel into the mat, and you'll do a quick point and flex with your feet. But what happens is that the heels stay fixed, and then the whole rest of the body just jiggles a little bit up and down. Heel rocks. You might feel a little nod going on in the head. And then just very gradually let the movement settle. So from here, next official pose is Shavasana. You could be there now. If you need to move a little bit or adjust or set up props, take that. We did a lot of work for the belly today. See if you can relax the belly. You might feel some movement there as you breathe. attention back to your body. Start to bring any kind of movement or sensation anywhere that you like. Eventually, let your knees bend and just roll over onto one side. From there, press into the floor to come up to a seated position. Take hands to heart center. Thank your own body for everything that it's able to do. Thank yourself for being here. Namaste.
Namaste.